What's going on, YouTube? In today's video, it's gonna be a special video today. And you remember that special video I was telling y'all about? That's gonna be coming soon and shortly and all that good stuff. Well, guess what? Today is that day. And today is it's gonna tie ties to my previous videos. If y'all remember when I talked about the leisure time and the WBL, well, I'm gonna try to tie both of those videos up in this particular video, because without those things, two things, I would have never obtained this amount of money without doing those first. So I highly suggest y'all go check out those two videos first, you know what I'm saying? And then come back to this one. It'll make all the more sense, all right? But anyway, today's topic is going to be on how I saved $10,000. Well, a little over $10,000. But yeah, so that's the topic for today. Let's hop into this video. All right, here we go. So yeah, $10,000 plus. That's a good bit of chunk of change right there. And the fact that I did that all while in Job Corps makes it, I think, to me, all the more special. Now, mind you, it's other students out there besides me that made that amount of money. And I think some of them, they took pictures and stuff of the checks, or they found a check when they withdrew from that account. They took pictures of it and stuff like that. But me personally, I wasn't about to do all that. I was just like, yo, just hand me my certificates, hand me my certifications, and I'm be on my way. You know what I'm saying? It's, I wasn't trying to do all that. You know what I'm saying? I was just, to be honest, I was just ready to go get back home and see my family and do the things I need to do, so I can progress beyond Job Corps. But yeah, so WBL. I don't think in my WBL video, or what is a WBL video, I don't think I really went over what I actually did in my WBL, because I got some questions on that too from some people. So yeah, I would say my very first WBL, and it was so cool too. I don't know why I didn't put this in the video, but anyway, my very first WBL, we went on this, we didn't get paid for it, by the way, so it was just nothing but volunteer work to help out this organization called Hope. And basically what they do is they go around these different trademarks, historic trademarks, and what they do is they try to rejuvenate it or try to preserve it. That's pretty much what they do. They preserve historic trademarks, and of course they got to get the okay from different big people and stuff like that. They got to sign different papers and stuff. Of course, we had to sign a paper saying that we'll help volunteer with the project and stuff like that. But this project that we helped on was so cool. Now, check this out. Now, mind you, before Job Corps, I never did nothing of the sorts. And I think I told you my trade was carpentry. And our job, me and my friend's job, I think it was about two. It was me and my boy and this other guy. He was really good, really cool guy. They sent us out there to do or to help out with the project, and of course they got the painters from the painters trade to come out there too. And we actually did our thing, man. But the house we worked on was a very famous singer called by the name of Nina Simone. If you don't know about her, you can pretty much Google her, and she was well known in the Black community, as well as the entertainment industry too. So a lot of people look up to her, and it was so cool, man. Nina Simone, her actual name is Eunice Wayman, and I think Nina Simone was just her stage name or whatever. But I think that project was really cool, man, and it actually gave us for me personally, gave me some actual experience using the tools that we trained for, or that they helped us, or they helped train us on, and we actually used them on the job. And basically what we did was, I got some pictures I'll post on the screen just to show y'all the finished work and what we did. So basically, the reason why the carpenters came was I think they needed some vinyl done, the wooden vinyl on the side of the house, just fill in the bad spots and take some of the bad wood off, so it can look more pretty, I guess. That's exactly what we did. We chopped up some wood. I took I really felt like that project was it really showed what we learned in our trade. You know what I'm saying? And I thought that was so cool, because I was actually cutting the pieces out to put on to the house. I thought that was so cool, man, and actually putting what we learned to work. And yeah, and we got interviewed too. I think the news, the little local news came out there. They interviewed us on a project, and you can actually Google it too. Just type in Job Corps students Nina Simone project or Hope's project, and it should pop up on Google. And shout out to the Hope program too, and the Hope organization, for orchestrating all of that and putting that together, man. That was really cool. It was a really good time, a really good experience for us students, the Job Corps students, and for the Hope organizations as well. I thought that was really nice. But yeah, mind you, we didn't get paid for it, but I think me personally, doing that job and for such of a historic person as Nina Simone, the Black Queen herself, the amazing singer that she was, I think that payment alone, helping with that house, our childhood house back in North Carolina, I think that alone was enough payment in itself, man. Like, you can't really put a price on that, you know what I'm saying? And I think us volunteering was, just, it was more payment than enough, man. And it fed us too. So it was really cool, man. Like I said, good time. It was a good time. That was my very first WBL. My second one came along, and this one I was getting paid for. I was working with a construction company called First Victory, and what we did was, me and my boy at the time, we just they kind of just picked us up, like I told y'all in the WBL video. Is you basically working these side jobs or these jobs or whatever, and you're basically on call until whoever that employer that you work for, whoever needs you at that certain time or that certain day, they'll call in, and you know what I'm saying, they'll come and get you, they'll pick you up from the center, and you'll go to the job site, whatever. That's pretty much what we was doing for a good bit until I got my leisure time. And but yeah, working that job, I put some pictures on here too as well. On the job and from the work that we did, and that was some good, hard, honest work, man. I ain't gonna lie. It was like right in the smack dab middle of the summer too. It was hot, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, sweating bullets, bro. Like, but that job really, I'm used to working, man. I'm a worker, dog. Like I'm gonna go get it, no matter what I'm doing. And I try to give 110% every single time. But doing that job, man, we had to lay on side. We had to constantly rake up dirt, move dirt, shovel dirt, dig holes, man. It was honestly, like I said, it was some hard, honest work, but at the same time, it was fun. And it gave us a chance to, like I said, leave the center again. And it was dope, man. And we, like I said, we was getting paid for like $200 every week or so, or every Friday they paid us. And like I said, me personally, I'm so good with money, and like I said again, Job Corps set you up with these bank accounts that you cannot touch until you graduate. That also came in that was a big help too, and they played a big part of me obtaining this $10,000 as well. So what, you know what I'm saying, like I said, we was getting paid, you know what I'm saying, and I was saving up all the checks, and my trade instructor would take us to the bank to deposit it, and like I said, man, we just stacking up bread, baby, you know, just stacking up until I got my leisure time. Once I got my leisure time, like I said, you know, like I told you in my leisure time video, I prefer that you try to shoot for leisure time, but if you can work both a WBL and a leisure time, do that. I highly suggest you do that if your trade instructor will let you, or your center will let you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, anyway. Yeah, so I started working at Wendy's, and like I said, from there, that was all she wrote, man. I just kind of stuck that job out for the remainder of my time that I was spending at Job Corps until I graduated. And yeah, man, you know, getting that money, man, seeing that thing just build up, man, it was just like, it was crazy. Because, you know, of course, when you have a big account, you know what I'm saying, they give you, like, they send you pay stubs and stuff. They'll send the pay stubs to the center as mail for the students that actually work. And just looking at those pay stubs, man, the bank stubs and bank statements or whatever, and just looking at it and looking at that number just increasing. That was more than enough motivation for me to keep going and to try to just keep putting up the Job Corps BS, because I knew for a fact once I get out of here, that's when, like, my life is going to start. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, some events had happened where I gotta stay home with my family and help out around the house, and you know what I'm saying, help out with the bills and stuff, because you know, for me personally, I'm really big on family, man. I love my family to the death of me. I would do my very last to help out, you know what I'm saying? That's just the person I am. That's the kind of guy, you know, I am. And I was really big on trying to just stay here and stay home and try to help my family out, because, you know, that's just who I am, you know. That's just how it works. But anyway, that being said, and yes, another question I have gotten from a person that they said, do Job Corps help you out get a job? Do they help you get a job once you graduate? Yes, they do. They actually have a person that's certified or that's dedicated into you getting a job, or they should make sure that you got a job, or at least that you're working outside of Job Corps. And in the job pertaining to your trade, me personally, yeah, I mean, I had an opportunity. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I had an opportunity to go out to Georgia to work and move and stuff. But at the same time, I feel like I said, some events had happened or have occurred that forced me to kind of stay home, because you know, that's just how life works, man. You know, that's another thing. You can be planning out all these things, because I was doing so much planning, and then when I came home for that PTO, before I came home for good, I was actually putting these things into play. I was really out here making moves, man, and with the money I saved up. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the whole point of you saving up transition money and having leisure time jobs and having WBL jobs. It's because to build up that transition money. So by the time you leave, you on a good foot. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. And when I came home for that PTO, like I said before, I came home for good. I was out there looking for an apartment, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. And like I said, I took care of all the paperwork, you know what I'm saying. I took care of all the due diligence I needed to do in order to put myself in position by the time I got out. And I think my trade instructor, you know what I'm saying, you know, he said some things that made me believe that, you know, my job security was in place and everything was fine and good to go. So just took that and ran with it. You know, so when I came home for PTO, like I said, I was doing everything I had planned, you know, knocking them off the list. And by the time I came back, that wasn't the case. You know what I'm saying? My job security wasn't there. They wasn't hiring at the time, and it was just a lot of whole heap of mix-ups and misinterpreted words was said, and a lot of things was, you know, kind of bunched up at that time, especially at the close end time when I was about to leave. I think that's when everything started to get jumbled up and stuff like that. And but you know, it is what it is. That's life. life throws you curveballs and stuff like that, and you just gotta bounce back from it, and just keep it pushing, man. You know, and I've always been the kind of person, you know what I'm saying, just kind of thinking of plans and plan B's and C's and D's all the way to goddamn Z. You know what I'm saying? I always try to stay ahead of the ball again, because like, you know, like anything can happen, like, and that just happened, and so I just had to kind of just, you know, deal with it and keep it pushing. You know, I don't try to dwell on things for too long. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it pushing, bro. That's all I can say. That happened, and I ended up getting a car. You know what I'm saying? That was, I think, out of all the crap that happened, me getting my first car with the money that I worked for was big to me. That was the biggest accomplishment in my life, because prior to me going to Job Corps, I don't know why I can't talk. One of my main goals was to get a driver's license, because I heard that you can get a driver's license through Job Corps, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna take advantage of that junk, because that was one of my main goals, and I got that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I set goals, and that's another thing. What I did before I went to Job Corps, I set out goals for myself, and I actually achieved partially all of them. But the main goal is that, you know, I set these achievements, I set these accolades for myself, and I actually accomplished them. Like, I really did that, and I really feel proud of myself for doing that. You know what I'm saying? I have more goals set for myself in the future, especially with my YouTube channel. You know, hopefully y'all stay rocking with me throughout this journey or whatever. But yeah. So that's what all happened, you know, prior to me, you know what I'm saying, leaving and graduating from Job Corps. And just a whole lot of stuff just seemed to come out of nowhere. But, you know, at the time, I felt like, you know, my family needed me, you know. And that's where I lay my values at. I lay my values on family, and I feel like, you know, your family should never be struggling, yo. You know, if you got anything to help out or try to help ease the load a little bit, do so, man. And as a man, that's what men's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to provide for our families, even though, you know, I don't have any kids and all like that. But still, like, you know, for my immediate family, like my mom's, my grandma, my sister, my auntie, all of us, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all live in the same house, and I feel like me as a man, you know, I can't really call myself a man if I can't provide for my immediate family. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it all starts, you know, I feel like it all starts in the house, in the home first. You know what I'm saying? You get your house right, you get your family right, then you can try to go on to do other things. But anyway, that's beside the point. But the point of the matter is, in this video, is that I saved over at least $10,000, and I would say that money did come in handy when at the certain times, and at the times when, you know, I was using it. But man, did that money go fast though, especially with that car. But yeah, man, I feel like I felt so accomplished when I came back home, in a way. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like I did everything set out to do where I was at Job Corps, you know? And Job Corps was a growing experience for me. Like I said, you know, Job Corps is not easy, bro. It is not easy. A lot of people don't survive Job Corps. And I say that in the sense of a lot of people don't end up finishing the program because, you know, either they got other issues going on outside of Job Corps or before they came to Job Corps, or just they getting into trouble or getting into drama, you know, while they're there, and they end up getting kicked out, or they end up quitting or resigning or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it takes a really strong-minded person to get through Job Corps, man. And I say that with honesty, because I feel like if I didn't have the mental stability that I have now, I would never made it through Job Corps. I swear to God. Because there's a lot of childishness going on at Job Corps. And I said, like, with the students being there, like I told you in my other videos, is a lot of older people that are at Job Corps and that are students that you think that we got some good common sense, but don't, and try to fit in with the younger crowd, and just getting into the drama and getting into fights that should never have ever been started. You know what I'm saying? Over the simplest and stupidest things, man. Like, I swear to God, like, some of these people that go to Job Corps, I feel really like, I believe, what? Like, how, dude? How? Really? I be really wondering about some people sometime, and yeah, like, just kind of like I said, when you go, or when y'all go, just kind of push that to the side, man. And I'm gonna end up wrapping this video up because this video is getting too long again. But yeah, I feel like this video is it's really good, man, because I'm just kind of give y'all the spill on how I got the money, and it's possible. You can do it too. You was watching this video. Anybody can do it, man. You just gotta have a strong mind, and have goals, and just set out goals for yourself and accomplish them, man. And like I said, when you first get into Job Corps, I ain't gonna lie, it's gonna feel like days and years, man, like before you finish, man. Because like I said, if you was older like me, because I went in like at 23, and I turned 24 while I was there. But so yeah, like it's so hard to try to keep a clear mind when you got so many childish people around you, and just doing stupid things, and just it's a lot, bro. And me personally, if I didn't have my music, man, or the books and stuff that I was reading, I don't know how I made it. I don't know if I would have made it to Job Corps, bro, I swear. But I did it, and I say this to the people that's going to Job Corps: you can do it too. Trust me. You just gotta stick it out, man. And that's another thing I was big on. If whatever you start, you should finish. You shall finish it. Okay? Don't quit it because it's hard. And nah, you started it, finish it. Okay? And it might seem hard, but you trust me, the learning process and the things and the trials and tribulations that you go through that experience will make you into a better person. Trust me. Okay? And yeah, and to all the new people that's coming to my channel, that's subscribing, and that's going off the Job Corps, I hope every single one of you have a awesome experience and a wonderful experience. I really do. And I want to see all y'all be successful through the Job Corps program, okay? And like I said, your experience might be a little different from mine, okay? But that doesn't mean that you can't make it. You know, you just gotta push it through, man. Stick out, stick it out, okay? You'll be all right, trust me. And yeah, that's about all, man. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video, man, because it's getting too long. And I might have to end up chopping some things out in this video, but I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, $10,000, man. If I can do it, you can do it. So yeah, that's about it. So peace, man. I love y'all, and I say that from the heart. I really do love every single one of y'all. And yeah, that's it. Bye, man. Peace.